Alright, well let's have a look at the forum profile section, and we'll have a look and we'll see what sort of options are available there and what sort of things that we can do. Alright, so coming to the menu, if we go to our profile settings, summary, it brings up a summary of our profile, funnily enough. We've got our username, number of posts that user has made, any custom title that has been applied by the administrators, the personal text which you can enter, your age if you've put it into the system, the date that you registered, your local time, and the time that you were last active, or that user whose profile you're viewing was last active. If you come across here, you can see show posts and show stats. Also available from the profile info, we've got summary, which is the page we're on, show stats, show posts, or like posts. So if we look at like posts, we can see the likes that we've given or the likes that we've received. Likes given, haven't done any. Likes received, haven't done any on this account. Profile info, show posts. These are the posts that this user has made. So as Big Mick, I've made a post in MCR9, I made a gallery thread post. I haven't actually started any topics with this user. Looking at attachments, I haven't actually posted any attachments with this user. If I go to show stats, we can see the total time we've spent online, the number of posts, number of topics, number of polls we've started, and number of votes that we've cast in polls. The posting activity by time obviously tells us what time of the day we're most active on the forum. Obviously the longer that you're on the forum, and as time goes on, these stats will become more meaningful. Most popular boards by posts, we can see that I've done one post in announcements and one in Australia and New Zealand. Similarly, most popular boards by activity, Australia, New Zealand, and announcements. Obviously with a real user, this data is going to be more comprehensive. If we then go into our modify profile, we can see we can change the account settings, our forum profile, the look and layout of the forum, what notifications we receive, our personal message settings, and our buddies ignore list. Let's have a look at our account settings first. This is our username, and this is the email address. If I wish to allow users to email me, I can select this. I can change my password here. I can set up a question to help me if I forget my password. I can link a Facebook account if I wish to do that, and that allows me then to log in using my Facebook credentials. If I change my password, for example, it will ask me for my current password in order to do that, just as a security measure. Once you've applied any changes, or rather once you've made any changes, you need to go here and click Change Profile to save those changes. If we go to the forum profile setting, this is where we can upload an avatar. We can either choose one from a gallery, specify an avatar that's on the internet, so by the URL, which is this up here, is the URL, or you can upload an avatar from your computer, in which case you'd choose file, find the file that you want to use as an avatar, click open, and it'll upload that one for you. This personal text, you can change that to reflect what you want. It appears under your avatar. Your birth date, if you wish to enter that, just lets people know on the forum when it's your birthday, so we can all say happy birthday. Your location, please enter something in your location. It makes things a lot easier for people when responding to questions, if they know roughly where you are. Your gender, male or female. You can, if you like, put in these things, ICQ, AIM, MSN. Hardly anyone uses these anymore, so I wouldn't worry about that. You can have a signature under your posts, maximum of 300 characters, so nothing too dramatic. Let's have a look now at the member map function, which allows you to place a pin showing other forum users where in the world you are. In my case, I'm in Bracken Ridge in Queensland. I'll click on that. That takes me to a map of Bracken Ridge. I can zoom in or zoom out. Let's say I lived here in Gawain Road but didn't want people to know specifically where I was. I could choose a nearby location and just double click. That then puts a pin to show that I'm roughly in that area. Then come down here and hit change profile to save it. And there's my pin. Moving further on, we've got website title and website URL. If you have a personal web page, you can put in the name of your web page and the internet address of that web page. Please don't put commercial links in here, just for personal use. And again, yet another opportunity to link your forum account to Facebook so you can sign in using your Facebook credentials. Again, don't forget, any changes here, you must use the change profile at the end in order to save those settings that you've changed. Alright, moving on then. Look and layout. Look and layout allows you to change the time format. If you just stick to forum default, it's easier. The time offset, as you'll see, our current time here is 12:27 AM on the 7th of February. We're 10 hours ahead of GMT. So if you're in London, you need to put -10 in there to bring it to the correct time zone. You'll have to do a little bit of maths there, sorry about that, but once it's done, it's easy. These other settings here allow you to customize the look of the forum for you. They're fairly self-explanatory. You can use sidebar menus instead of drop-down. You can disable avatars. You can disable signatures. You can return to the topic after posting by default, where ordinarily it'll take you back into the forum. You can put your most recent posts at the top. You can put videos as a link instead of as a picture. Show what you see is what you get editor on post page by default. So rather than have a quick reply one, if you like to have the option to put smileys and everything each time, you can just click away. And that one, you might want to change the first day of your week to Monday if it's not already set at that. And again, don't forget to change profile at the end. So that is the look and layout. Let's look at notifications. You can turn on notifications when you post or reply in a topic. If you tick this, it means that every post that you make or every reply to a topic that you make, you'll be informed of any additional post in that thread automatically. You can opt to be advised by email of any notifications. Just be aware you can't reply to those emails, or you can, but nothing will happen. You need to go into the forum itself, of course, to respond to any threads. You can choose instant notification, daily or weekly. You can notify of only replies, only moderation, replies and moderation, or nothing at all. Current topic notifications and board notifications, I have none. Again, don't forget, if you change anything, you must save your settings. These are your personal messaging options. You can display personal messages all at once, one at a time, or as a conversation. As a conversation is easiest. It shows the whole back and forth between you and another person, so you're not left wondering, oh, I see the response, but I can't remember the question I asked. It's all there for you. You can set it so the most recent ones are at the top rather than the bottom. It just makes them easier to find. You can choose who you can receive personal messages from. You can get an email notification every time you get a personal message. Or you can show a pop-up, so if you're browsing the forum at the time, it'll pop up and say, hey, you've got a personal message. Save a copy of each personal message in my sent items by default. If this isn't already as a conversation, say it was all at once, and then you changed it to as a conversation, it will come up with a little box to remind you that you need to ensure that you save a copy of each personal message by default. It's good practice. It means you can always refer back to anything that you've sent. and again another opportunity to link your Facebook account. Don't forget to change profile at the end once you've finished. Going back to the modify profile setting, we've done all these. Let's move to this buddies ignore list. You have two options. Edit buddies. So buddies are people that you might be good friends with or interact with regularly on the forum. I've added Proteus as a buddy. You simply put the member name down here and click add, and that'll notify you when your buddy is online. Similarly with an ignore list, if there's somebody that you find to be a particular pain in the you-know-what, you can add them to your ignore list. Once they're on your ignore list, you won't see any posts in the forum from that person. Just avoid aggravation. And that's pretty much all the settings for the profile. When you come back to the main forum, down here, it will tell you how many guests are online, how many users, and how many buddies. So that would tell you if one of your buddies that you've put there earlier is actually online at the time. Up here you'll see member map. So if you go to the member map, it will show you where our members are located. So one of the pins that you placed in when you did your forum profile will appear here. So you can get an idea of where everyone is. If you want to see specifically where Gibbo is, that's where he is particularly. If you want to zoom in, you can see more specifically the area that these people are in. You can just close that if you want to keep it a bit cleaner. A great feature, and I think it lets us see where our members are, and you can see who's maybe in your general area if you want to plan a ride. Okay, well that's it for this video. I hope it's been helpful. I apologise for the quality of the audio. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.